Graphs, exam preparation questions, part 4. Let's look at example 2. Again, they are giving you the graph. Very nice. So then they say, the grid shows the graph of, okay, but they don't give you the values of the graph. So they just give you y, this is number A, is equal to A, so there's unknown values, b x squared. Okay, but then they say the graph passes through the points, which you can see with coordinates 0, 4, and 1, 1. Okay, then find the value and the value of b, a and b. So what you do, this is x1, y1, x2, y2. Now, you're going to substitute it there. So you're going to say y is in the place of y, let's just do that, you're going to put 4. And then a, and then b, and in the place of x, you're going to put 0. And this is going to be equation 1. So it's going to be 4a, and it's just because this is 0 times b. So I already know that a is going to be 4. And then I substitute the next one, the second point. So I'm going to say 1 is equal to a plus b, 1 squared. So 1 is equal to a plus b. And now, this is now equation 2, but I have a. So to find 2, I just substitute a is equal to 4 in equation 2. So I'm going to say 1 is equal to 4 plus b. So the value of b is 1 minus 4. So the value of b will be negative 3. Okay, so let's just end by saying, therefore, the value of a will be 4 and the value of b will be negative 3. And don't forget that now you have it. So now you can say it's y equals 4, no, not plus then, because it's a negative, minus 3x squared. That's your equation. That's the equation that they gave you the graph of. Okay, so find the values of a and b. Write down the equation of the tangent to the graph at 0 and 4. So again, now if you see 0 and 4, that is actually very interesting. Let's make it a bit bigger. Then you can see. So there is 4. It's on the turning point. Do you see there? So if you go and you draw a tangent there at 4, I just have to make it even bigger that I can really see it. Good. So I just want to see if this is 4. Yes, I think a bit higher, but okay. Now this is a straight line. So a straight line, so the gradient of a straight line, don't forget that the gradient of a straight line is 0. There's no gradient. It's like you walk on level ground. So what is the question? Let's go back to the question. Write down the equation of the tangent to the graph at 0, 4. So if I go, I'm just going to make it a bit smaller, not bigger, smaller. So, okay, it's still A, and it's the second one I'm busy with. I'm just going to change a color that you see better. So I know that the gradient is 0. So it's y is equal to mx plus c. Okay, let's just go a little bit long. So in the place of, you put 0. Okay, and now you take a point, any point. Now, what points you have? You have points on the line. You can take 1 and 1. Okay, so if I take the point, substitute the point 1 and 1. It's on the line. So then this is my, don't forget, this is my x, this is my y. So I'm going to say 1 equals 0, 1 plus c. So what is my value of c going to be? 1. So therefore, what will my equation be? Y is equal to 4. Okay, I did it a very long way. There was a shorter way. by saying it's a constant function. It's cutting the y-axis at 4, so it's just going to be y is equal to 4. But I showed you also on the long way. Okay, so write down the equation of the tangent to the graph at 0, 4. Okay, there is it. Now the equation of the tangent to the graph at x is negative, they give it to you. Find the equation of the tangent to the graph at 1. Now I first want you to see this, and then you're going to see, okay, I'm just going to clean a little bit here, and I'm going to mark for you that point, -1. Okay, I must make the graph bigger that you see better. Okay, so there is -1. Okay, and if I draw the tangent now, there, then, okay, I'm just going to do it with my lines here and see if I can do it accurately. No, not so accurately, but I just want to show you. Then the other one, they are going to ask me there. But can you see it's symmetrical? So say, for example, that this is the tangent, and I'm going to try again. Okay, it's a bit not that accurate. But if you draw the tangent on this side, do you see what's happening? Okay, so if they go and say, it's going to both cut at 7. But if this one is going to have the positive gradient, so this one is going to, can you see it's almost like symmetrical. So if this one is y equals 6x plus 7, so let's write y equals 6x plus 7. This is also going to cut at 7, but it's going to be y equals negative 6x plus 7. Do you see? Just the sign that changed. Okay, so that will be the answer. Let's make it just smaller. Okay, so the equation, find the equation. So the first one, let's just write it down, was y equals negative 6x plus 7. Just a change of sign. Okay, now the table shows, and now they bring in another function, and it's going from there, and they just want you to fill the gaps. Now I must make space, otherwise I will struggle too much. Now let's get rid of you. Okay, before I start with B, I'm even going to clean the graph. Okay, so let's start with number B. The table shows the values. So y, this is my function, 1 plus 5 over 3 minus x. Okay, so then they are just asking. So basically you can just do substitution. I'm going to just use yellow to see a little bit better. So in the place of, I put -1, so it's 1 plus 5 over 3 -1, and that is going to be 1 plus 5 over 4. And if I simplify that one, and it's 1 point, you can just it's 1 point, so it's 5 divided 4 plus 1, and it's 2.25. Okay, so let's just see, it's going to be 2.25. 2.25. So it's 2, I rather want to keep to yellow. So it's 2.25. And now you can just continue. So with 0, it's actually very easy. So then it's going to be y is equal to 1 plus 5, 3 minus 0. So it's 1 plus 5 over 3. So 5 divided 3 plus 1, and that's 2.67. 2.67. So this one is 2.67. And then 1, the last one. So y is equal to 1 plus 5, 3 minus 1. And that's 1 plus 5 over 2. So 5 divided 2 plus 1, and that's 3.5. And that's 3.5. Okay. And now, so complete the table. Now on the grid, draw the graph. So basically, I must now go and plot all that values. Okay, so I'm just make sure that you are, I'm going to make bigger, otherwise I will struggle with that. Now I have the table here in front of me. So the first one is going to be -2 and 2. So -2 and 2, it's going to be there. Then it's -1.5. So it's going to be 0.5. It's in the middle here. So this one is counting 2. It's really struggle with seeing clear. Okay, I think this is better. So it's -1.5, so I can see, and that is going to be 2.1. Okay, so remember, this is 1, 2. So 1, 1 is going to be there. And then it's -1 and 2.25. So 2, it's going to be there. And then the next one is -0.5 and 2.4, 2.43. And then it's 0 and 2.6, 2.56, there 6, okay, that is 5, there's 6, so it's there. Okay, on that line. Okay, and then 0.5, 0.5, and that is 3. And then 1 and 3.5, and 1.5, and 4.33. So it's 1, 2, 3, 3, 3. Okay. So, and now I'm just going to take my ruler. Not a ruler. Very important. Freehand. It's a curved graph. Okay, so I'm just going to go freehand. Okay. I always say it's a bit more challenging for me on my technology. Okay, so if I must really think, I would have say it's better that this one is not curved enough for me. Oh, sorry. Okay, so let's just go and let's make it more curved. I'm really struggling with going this one. Okay. Okay, as I said, as long as it's a curve towards the end, then you are correct. Okay, then let's go further. Okay, so where are we? Complete on the grid, draw the graph. Write down the values of x where the two graphs intersect. Okay, so let's make it smaller. Where the two graphs intersect. So where you see, okay, now again, I'm going to make it a bit bigger. Where it intersects, where it cuts. So basically, it's just, you have to just find this value, I'll write it now, and this value. Okay, so if I write this two down, so let's see where that two graphs is intersecting. So it looks like this is -0.5. I'm going to make it bigger that you see it better. This is -0.5, so it's 6, 7, so it's -0.75, okay? And this one is 0. 0.55. Do you see? 0.55. Okay. So let's just go, let's just find it. And again, they give you actually a range. It's very nice. Okay. So basically, if I'm going to now go to number C, I run the two. So it's number C, the first one. So x is negative 0.75 and x is equal to 0.55. And in the exam report, they can, for example, say negative 0.78 to negative 0.72. So if you are in that range, you are correct. And if this one says 0.55 to 0.59, because you are drawing that graph, your curve can maybe be not so curved, and that's why they give you this range. Okay. And then the last one. The answers to part C are two solutions of a cubic equation in terms of x. Find this equation in the form where a, b, c are integers. Okay, now you basically have both graphs. Okay, let me just show you what graphs you have. You had the first graph. Can you remember we found the value of a and b? I'm rather going to write it down for you here. So the first graph that you got the value of a and b was 4 minus 3x squared. And then you have this new graph that we were drawing. So 1 plus 5 over 3 minus x. Now basically what they say, how will you find these values algebraically? So basically I'm just going to substitute the one equation into the other equation. So let's do that. So I'm going to have 4 minus 3x squared, that I substitute there, is equal to 1 plus 5 minus 3 minus x. Now, this is the equation. So I'm just basically, all that they want me to do is to get rid of the fractions and take everything to one side. So basically, how can I do that? I can do that by just saying what we can do. I think we can do a cross multiplication. I think that maybe will be easier. If I rather take this one over to this one, so I'm going to get that one term on that side. So I'm going to have 4 minus 1 minus 3x squared is equal to 5 over 3 minus x. So I'm going to have 3 minus 3x squared equals 5 over 3 minus x. I could have find the LCM and just multiply all the terms with the 3 minus x. But I think this is easier. I put brackets. So basically what I did is I created one term equals one term. And now I'm just going to have 3 minus 3x squared, 3 minus x, and that's equal to 5. Okay, and then if I multiply it out, 3 times 3 is 9, minus 3x minus 9x squared plus 3x to the power of 3 minus 5, bring that one over 0. Okay, so basically if I'm going to, there is my 3x squared, so it's 3x to the power of 3 minus 9x squared minus 3x plus 4, because 9 minus 5 is 4, and that is equal to 0. And that's what they want. They basically just wanted me to get rid of the fractions, because there it's find the equation in the form where a and b, c are integers, getting rid of the fractions. And that's how you do this number. A final note. Most of the videos on this channel feature examples from the Y equals mx+c to Success mathematics books. Try your best to purchase your own hard copy from one of the following bookshops. This will enable you to highlight and make personal notes in your own textbook. And remember, the only way to learn mathematics is to do mathematics. Best of luck.